And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. And never, ever, ever, if you have a live stream, I don't want you to ever do this. Never have spinach before you start your live stream.
Were you over there? Were you over there in the refrigerator eating spinach?
I was eating a little spinach before the live stream, and you know what's going through my head right now?
How
I
much
likely,
spinach is in your teeth?
yeah. So I'm
That's
gonna
what
lick my.
spinach does. It attaches itself to parts of your body where other people can see it.
teeth. And I probably do. Hey, I've got this idea for a live stream, Freddie.
Yep.
We'll do it every single weekday morning. We'll get our minds right
What
for a
time?
great day. About 8 o'clock.
7:55.
You know what? You came up with the live at 7:55, and I have now said we are live at 7:55 a few times.
Yeah. Guess what day it is?
What day is it, Fred?
It is Pump Day. First sip. Let's go.
Let's do it. Mm-mm. I wonder who else is out there ready to have an unbelievable, an incredible, a fantastical pump day on the energy bus. Who do you think's on there?
Oh, buongiorno.
Do you think Joe's there? I have not looked. I can't tell a lie. I don't know if Joe's there. I don't know if Vicky's there. I don't know if Gary's there. I don't know if DJ's there. Megan. We might have visitors.
Larry.
Who's on the bus? I'm gonna
Julie.
look. The anticipation's killing me. Freddie's right. For once in his little life, he's right.
I'm used to it.
Bishano. I'm not any better at that. I think I've actually gotten worse as I've
You
said
have
that.
slipped. You have
I,
slipped a little bit. In your comfortable days, you have slipped a little bit.
I've gotten a little more comfortable and I've started slipping just a hair, just a little tiny hair. Uh, she made it. Great to have Vicky on the bus and all of our great First Sip friends. There's Gary. Good morning, Gary. And there's DJ. Was thinking about him. I called his name. Boom, there it is. Great to see DJ live. And
Danny,
Gary,
how would you describe Pump Day? What does Pump Day mean to you?
well, I'm like you. Like, it used to be we were waiting on the weekend. I was working for the weekend. Is it Friday yet? Wednesday meant okay. I was over the hangover that I got the prior weekend by Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess I guess I'll do some work today. But really, what's going through your mind is I'm ready for another weekend.
Yeah. Where am I going out on Thursday night?
Exactly. Is anybody going out on Thursday?
Isn't it Music on Main Thursday?
Music on Main on Thursday night. Oh, yeah. Maybe or maybe not. I may have attended a few of those, and there's nothing wrong with that, certainly.
No. No.
But I like the idea at this stage in the game for the average dude. I love to get up, go for a little run. I did a little video this morning. The birds were chirping. A good cup of coffee with great people. I don't know. That's my morning times are hard to beat.
Yeah.
So,
So as
uh,
I was walking out of the gym this morning, D1, 5 a.m. workout, there were
let's
two
go.
dudes still in there, and they were doing something around the computer. And the last thing I told them was, "It's Pump Day. Don't be lazy."
Ooh, don't be lazy. And when Fred gets on your case, folks, just go ahead and just roll with it. Trust me on that. Hey, there, Julie or Vicky, got too many names in my head. That little spinach and feta scramble. We will let you know if we have it in your team or in your teeth. Yeah. I tell you what, reading early in the morning and the excitement. And there's Julie Toredo. Great to see
Good
all these
morning, Julie.
fantastic people. Great to see Julie. Great to see Matt Venuto. And look at here.
I agree.
I mean, at this point, he could just come back in like a celebrity. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
I have returned.
It's
Russ,
Red Wing Russ Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. I keep telling him I want to sell him some boots. And I think there's a company out there that could use some Red Wings, could use that customer service that Russ gives. And I wasn't saying that just because Russ came here every single day and he was on the route, the bus, but we do. We support these folks. We see them every day. And I think that's a great thing. So I still want to sell him some boots.
You want me to tell you something?
What?
I have on Red Wing boots right now.
Well, there you go. I want someone out there that hear, if you can hear my voice, go into Red Wing and say, I was watching First Sip. Freddie was talking about his Red Wings, and they said, go in there and buy some boots. Go see Russ. Hey, Fred, what do you want to talk about this morning?
You mentioned something on my drive over to the office. How did you know I was going to talk about that?
I know you, man.
At one point in your life, at least one time.
At least once. It's happened more than once.
Yeah. You were falsely accused of something. And I said, I want to hear about that.
I like when I know that Fred is interested in the story, and then I'm not telling it, second guessing myself, which was another topic we were going to talk about. Falsely accused. I want everybody out there to put in the comments if something similar to this has ever happened. Nobody likes being accused of something that you didn't do, right? Nobody likes that. And I didn't know how much I didn't like it until I found out. I was a young person at the time, but I had a business cleaning windows, right? So storefronts, the big plate glass, you have the squeegee. We've seen people out there, you put water on it, you wash it off. And I was working at a little finance place, just a couple of windows, and they didn't have a restroom I could use. And they said, you could go next door and use the grocery store restroom. And so this was, I can't remember, Community Cash. It was a big Ingles, one of the grocery stores.
Well, you just dated yourself with Community Cash, by the way.
I know. This was a long time ago. And so I went into the restroom, and now granted, you're cleaning windows, you're doing manual labor. We were actually doing like a construction cleanup, if I remember. And so we weren't clean, but we were professional looking, right? So I went into the grocery store, and I went back to the restroom, and I was just there to use the restroom. And so you feel a little uncomfortable doing that, but yeah, you go in, you take care of business, you come out, there's someone waiting on me, and she's waiting on me with both hands crossed like this, and with a "you're in trouble, young man" look on her face, right? And I say young man, but you know, and she said, I know what you were doing in there. I said,
yeah. Surprise. I went to the bathroom.
You know how you are. I said, you do.
Yeah, I was cooking a grilled cheese.
And she said, yes, and we've been watching you, and we've got it on tape. So at that point, I knew something. I knew that she thought that she had the right person, and I already knew, lady, you've got the wrong person. The problem, Fred, she was convinced. There wasn't any debate. There was grab you by the arm, come with me, being very like this. And so I walked up to the front of the store. There's people looking. Yeah, they walk you over towards the security thing, right? And I'm just steaming, right? Like, because like, can she hold me here? Is this right? What is going on? I'm just using the restroom. Literally, if I'm in trouble for going in here, just using the restroom. Yeah. And so they watched the tape, and the guy comes out, it's not him, and closed the door. and she didn't know what to do. I didn't really know what to do other than to start getting a little upset. At which point the gentleman, the friend of mine that I was working with, encouraged me to leave. And it was probably the best thing, the worst feeling in the world, right? Because you're so frustrated that someone would say, you did something and you know you didn't do it. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? Has that ever happened to you? That's the story.
I have also been falsely accused of doing something.
What?
And
Freddie Black?
it is so frustrating to sit here and have someone else tell you, hey, this is what is happening. And you're thinking, no, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's not even close to what's happening. But you know what you got to do? You got to deal with it. It's
You
just
got
a
to
little
do.
bump in the road. It's a little pebble in the shoe. Take your shoe off, shake it out, put your shoe back on, get back on the run.
That's right. You know, I think what I would say is that some folks are waiting on moments for something like this to happen, whether that be some type of bad interaction, bad confrontation. Some people are confrontation adverse, and other people cannot wait to have a little confrontation to get
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, to
You-
point the finger at someone else with
yeah,
blame.
like everything that was going on in my mind, what this felt like is I was the outlet for everything that was wrong with the world. And I was cleaning windows and using the bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
And so
Well,
now I have someone, you're the reason that everything about the world is messed up. No, ma'am, that not only am I not that person, but I didn't even do the thing you think I did.
let's roll this into something that I call salesperson guilt. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Sometimes as salespeople, we're out calling on customers, we're on the road. You know what we have to do?
What?
Go to the restroom. And am I the only one that feels guilty when I walk into the food line to go to the bathroom and I don't buy anything? What do other people do? Do you only go to QT or Love's and do you buy a drink? I need to know about salesperson guilt. Am I
Man,
the only one?
we're getting way off topic, but sometimes when you go for a run, you go for a long walk, you get away from your typical stomping grounds, and then you got to go to the restroom. And the only place is some place that's very small. Maybe it's a little coffee shop, let's say, right? They walk in, you got to, in my mind, you got to buy something, right? Like in a little coffee shop, there's any and everybody's going to come in and use this restroom, and somebody's got to clean that place,
What if it's
right?
a grocery store?
There was a little bit of guilt. Like I can remember going into the store thinking, oh boy, and maybe there was something about my demeanor. I thought about that later. Maybe there was something about my demeanor that made me look like, oh, he thinks that he's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind,
You were guilty when you walked in.
I was guilty
You were
because
guilty of just using their restroom and they thought you were stealing merchandise. They thought you were
hey,
putting sunglasses in your back pocket.
exactly, which is what they thought, to be clear. They thought whoever they were watching had gone into the bathroom and put a bunch of stuff in their pockets. And I was thinking, once I realized that's what it was about, I was thinking, boy, y'all get ready to find out. But it wasn't me.
Is there
Uh,
any comments about what we just talked about?
surely somebody's had some false accused. Metalman Matt, this is the first thing I saw. He said QT.
Okay. But does he buy anything? Does he feel guilty to
Guilt,
buy
guilt,
something?
Matt. I need to know if Matt Venuto, Metalman Matt, does he feel guilty when he goes to QT to use the restroom? Chad, let's see what Chad says. Hotels are great. Just act
Oh,
like you're
yeah.
staying there.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
walk in. Don't look at the front desk.
Yeah. You got to go in a little like this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You got to be
Good morning.
shaking and
Good
grooving.
to see
Yeah,
you
yeah. Hey,
again.
hey. Yeah. What room, sir? Yeah, up there again. Great view. Love it. Thanks. No, you got to be much smoother than I just was.
Yeah.
Larry says grocery stores and gas stations don't count. Small shops, absolutely, positively. If
Yeah.
you got to look, hey, if you got to look the person that's going to clean that toilet in the eye, you better buy something. Is that, I'm just saying, if you make eye contact, you give them some money. I don't feel guilty at all.
That's us Bobcat guys, man. We just hammer down.
Yeah, you're like, nah, we got to do what we got to do. I feel guilty for getting ice in my water cup at QT. Woo! Citizens are red. Hey, I heard that clink, 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 clink.
Yeah.
Hey, Julie's got a big ice chest over there. She's like, can somebody hold this for me? I got to get a little
Yeah.
ice.
She's gonna turn around one day with a cup full of ice, and there's gonna be a woman standing there. We know what you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, don't go to Heron Circle. They're tough over there. Let's see. I want to see this. Joe said, I have been accused at times of wrong things, and if you are right, stand your ground, courage like Braveheart. Oh yeah. It's better to cross the line and suffer the consequences than to just stare at the line for the rest of your life. I tell you what, Joe comes up with some good stuff, doesn't he? I like that.
Absolutely.
It's better to cross the line and suffer the consequences than to stare at that line and wonder what happens. So there's somewhere that we've all got one of those lines. We're afraid, oh boy, it's fear, isn't it, Fred? Like there's new stuff on the other side of that line, but we're scared of the consequences of what might happen. It's fear, it holds us back.
You know what you should do on pump day?
What?
Close us out.
But Fred, that's what you do. Hey, things are going to happen. We're going to run into difficult people today. They may accuse you of getting ice without buying anything in the QT.
Which is okay, I think. I think that's okay.
Oh, yeah. But if they do say something, Julie, I don't want you to say, I've done it 100 times. I want you to say, deep breath through the nose, calm. You know what? You're right, and I'll be more than happy, and I apologize, and then put a smile on the face and keep going. Because the person that can keep the smile on their face after rejection, after difficult people, you keep your energy up and the results will come. That is the real game. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up when you get hit in the face, and good things will happen. That's all I got, Fred.
That's perfect.
Hey, I will see y'all tomorrow. We've got another fantastic guest. It's a Thursday. Be here. Bye-bye. See you.